Evening, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I'm your girl, Empress Gigi, and we're back with another reading. This is going to be quite deep. Okay, it's touching on a lot. During my meditation, a lot has come out regarding individuals with family. Something to do with connection with the Most High, hypocrisy. Okay. So I decided to just pull out a few books. See, we're going to start off with reading a few books and getting understanding as to what is the message. Okay. Take it how it resonates. The first book we're going to be reading was the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, just forgive me for this. Okay, Bhagavad Gita as it is. All right, this is Krishna consciousness. This is a book on that, but really, Krishna consciousness and Christ consciousness are extremely similar as far as the soul root, like the source of the message. Okay, being connecting to the Most High, connecting with your inner self. Okay, is the importance. They also have different cultures and different practices, different ways of meeting that source. But it's always good to, educate yourself on different religions and see what you can get, what type of knowledge you could receive from that, or even, a culture or whatever the case may be. So I just randomly chose a sheet, whatever, just randomly chose a sheet. And I was pushed to 393, which is interesting. I just noticed that too. A lot of 9s, 3s, 912 here. This seems like it's verse 9, text 12 in the Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Page 393 and 392. Okay. I thought this was very interesting. So I'm going to read what it really means on the side and then read the supporting text in the beginning and the supporting text in the end. Okay. Understand that there is going to say Krishna. For those that are not of Krishna, try to, or don't practice that, try to replace that with either Christ or replace that with the Most High. See how that feels, how it sounds. Krishna was a deity, so he's not the Most High, but a representation of the Most High. I'm not sure. Yeah. So it's like the Supreme Godhead or something like that. Supreme Godhead or yeah. So we're going to read about it. So we'll know and we'll be educated. So forgive me for ones that are, and I'm probably not explaining it very well. Okay. So let's start with what it says. I'm sorry, my throat. Okay. Those who are thus bewildered are attracted by demonic and atheistic views. In that deluded condition, their hopes for liberation, their fruitive activities, and their culture of knowledge are all defeated. Okay, that's the main part I want you guys to focus on. Now we're going to understand what it means by reading in the beginning and the end of what they meant, and then what we take from that. Okay, it says, these different features of the Supreme Lord are certainly not those of an ordinary human being. Some of those who deride Krishna and who are infected with the Mayavadi philosophy quote the following verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam to prove that Krishna is just an ordinary man. I'm not going to read that, okay? It says the Supreme is present in every living entity. That's what he's saying. He said we should better take note of this particular verse from the Paisnava Arkarayas, like Jiva, okay, Goswami, and Vishvanatha Kakaratharti Thakura, instead of following the interpretations of unauthorized persons who deride Krishna. Jiva Goswami commented on this verse, says that Krishna, in his plenary expansion as Param Atma, is situated, or Atma, is situated in the moving and the non-moving entities as the super soul. So any neophyte devotee who simply gives his attention to the form of the Supreme Lord in the temple and does not respect other living entities is uselessly worshiping the form of the Lord in the temple. There are three kinds of devotees of the Lord, and the neophyte is in the lowest stage. The neophyte devotee gives more attention to the deity in the temple than the other deities, than to the other devotees. Okay, so Vishvanatha Kavarti Thakurura, sorry for just butchering that, warns that this sort of mentality should be corrected. A devotee should see that because Krishna is present in everyone's heart as Paramatma, everybody is the embodiment of the temple of the Supreme Lord. So as one offers respect to the temple of the Most High, or temple of the Lord, he should similarly properly respect each other in every body in which the Param Atma dwells. Everyone should therefore be given proper respect and should not be neglected. Okay. I felt like that resonated heavily with the understanding of disrespecting one another, looking up to individuals over stature, over class, even over religion, or over their own opinions on religion, even distorted ones. Okay, putting each other on high horses. Okay, I don't like it. But we'll get into it. Let me stop. There are also many impersonalists who deride temple worship. Okay, they say since God is everywhere, why should one restrict himself to temple worship? But if God is everywhere, is he not in the temple or in the deity? Although the personalists and the impersonalists will fight with one another perpetually, a perfect devotee in Krishna consciousness knows that although Krishna is the Supreme Personality, he is all pervading. As confirmed in the Brahm Samhita, although his personal abode is Goloka, Verdavana, and he is always staying there, by his different manifestations of energy and by plenary expansion, he is present everywhere in all parts of the material and spiritual creation. Okay. Now, then it says here the same saying after that. It says, those who are thus bewildered are attracted by demonic and atheistic views. In that deluded condition, their hopes for liberation, their fruitive activities, and their culture of knowledge are all defeated. All right. To support this, it says, purport. Okay. It says, there are many devotees who assume themselves to be in Krishna consciousness and devotional service, but at heart do not accept the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, Krishna as the absolute truth. For them, the fruit of devotional service, going back to Godhead, will never be tasted. Similarly, those who are engaged in fruitive pious activities and who are ultimately hoping to be liberated from this material entanglement will never be successful either, because they deride the the supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna. In other words, persons who mock Krishna are to be understood to be demonic or atheistic. As described in the 7th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, such demonic miscreants never surrendered to Krishna. Therefore, their mental speculations to arrive at the absolute truth bring them to the false conclusion that the ordinary living entity and Krishna are one and the same. With such a false conviction, they think that the body of any human being is now simply covered by material nature, and that as soon as one is liberated from the material body, there is no difference between God and himself. This attempt to become one with Krishna will be baffled because of delusion. Such atheistic and demoniac cultivation of spiritual knowledge is always futile. That is the indication of this verse. For such persons, cultivation of the knowledge in the Vedic literature, like the Vedanta Sutra and the Upanishads, is always baffled. It is a great offense, therefore, to consider Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead, to be an ordinary man. Okay? Those who do are so certainly deluded because they cannot understand the eternal form of Krishna. Okay? And then it clearly states in the Brad Visnusmriti. Okay, it says, one who considers the body of Krishna to be material should be driven out from all rituals and activities of the Sruti and the Smrit. Okay, and if one by chance see his face, one should at once take bath in the Ganges to rid himself of infection. People jeer at Krishna because they are envious of the supreme. Hold on. Personality Godhead. Their destiny is certainty to take birth after birth in the species of atheistic and demonic life. Demonic life. Perpetually their real knowledge will remain under delusion, and gradually they will regress to the darkest regions of creation. Okay, that's quite deep. Now we understand, well, if you don't understand Krishna, the practice is extremely devoted and strict, okay? But he did have some points here that was very important to really look at. Also with looking at loving God, loving the Most High, if you love God, you love everybody else. That was very important here. Okay, if you love God, you love everyone else. That's what I got from that. And if you don't love other people or everybody else, how could you properly love God? How could you properly love yourself? How could you properly, it's all well-rounded, okay? So I got that from that part of that beginning, that the Most High is everywhere. And, also for individuals that don't want to pray in the church or don't want to be in the church, and say, if he's everywhere, I'd rather be outside or over here. Do not chastise those that do pray in the church as well. Okay. So it's just like understanding both sides, of the coin here. Okay. And having love and unity here, understanding that. And then here was very important that I really liked what was said about individuals that assume that, what did it say? Themselves to be Krishna in Krishna kind of devotions, but the heart does not accept the supreme Godhead personality. Okay, the fruit of the devotional service, going back to the Godhead, will never be tasted. Similarly, those who are engaged in, fruit of pious activities and who are ultimately hoping to be liberated from this material entanglement will never be successful either. Okay. So it's like two different types of the coin are not going to be successful in the ascension process, in the elevation here, in you becoming one with the Most High. You're not going to be successful by doing charity work, okay? Doing good deeds, feeling obligated to do them, but not do them from a place of gratitude, from a place of love. Doing it just not with any form of real acknowledgement or awareness of what you're doing, but just, I'm just doing this. That this is, and I don't mean that you have to go praise and yell, woo, yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying with that heart of gold, with that heart of compassion and kindness, with that heart of generosity, with that heart of gratitude, especially with gratitude, you will give just freely. You will love freely, okay? With true gratitude. That's how I feel. So getting that, I feel like if you do that, you will be able to connect more with the Most High, understanding the spirit of gratitude, understanding being one with the Most High is the beginning, and not just doing acts of service or doing ceremonial practices or rituals with a contrite heart. Okay, you cannot have a ritual or I'm going to wish prosperity in my life and love and light, but then be a dark individual or be a wicked individual or have or not even love yourself. Okay, not even acknowledge or love or adorn yourself, because you know that you are the temple of the Most High. You're going to adorn the temple, right? You're going to fashion that temple as you feel fit, as you see fit, and as you see comfortable. This is, you know what I'm saying? I get that with like painting a house or someone gives you a house and they say, hey, watch it for me. It's yours, but I'm gonna come in from time to time or something like that. But you are going to adorn that house. You're going to cleanse that house. You're going to be thankful for that house. But every time that individual sees that house, wow, it's beautiful. It's not going to be, woe is me. You know what I'm saying? It just look all jacked up. It's just what it is. No, you're going to adorn it. You're going to pamper it and take care of it. Make sure it's livable, right? For acts to commence in your temple, to make sure it's livable. All right. Well, there was something else that caught my eye, right? Because he also said about that, doing material entanglement, and also doing devotional acts of service, but the heart is not right. Okay. Or though your heart might be right and you may be looking at the Most High and be doing acts of service, but then treating people in a different stage in their life poorly, looking down on individuals or looking down on people of different classes or different races or different times in their life. That is not of the Most High. That is a demonic and an atheistic view of life. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to get from here. Yeah, one part that got my eye too. One who considers the body of Krishna to be material should be driven out of all rituals and activities. So I felt like with that, it's like saying Christ consciousness is material. Just like Krishna, it's like saying like the spirit that it's something physical. It's something you could pick up. It's a material, and that would make no sense, so that's why I feel like that makes sense here. Like, you know what, since you feel like it's material, you shouldn't be a part of the rituals, because the rituals are spiritual. You are operating in your physical, and this is no use, of no use, no help whatsoever. Okay. So I felt like that was extremely helpful with that. And then I wanted to clarify also with the Bible, since I felt like they were both very similar in their teaching. I decided to ask the Most High to bring me somewhere, and he brought me to Judges, which I felt was very interesting. Brought me to Judges 20. Was it 20? Yeah, Judges 20, verse 26. Okay. And also Judges 21. Where they find them wives at? Which one was it? Verse. I think it was 10. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't remember. I really think it was when he found some virgins. Where is it? He found some virgins to give to the Benjamins. Okay, let's see. Yeah. It's when they found some virgins. But anyways, we're gonna go right to verse 26. It says, then all the children of Israel and all the people went up and came to the house of the Most High, and wept and sat there before the Lord and fasted that day until evening, and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings unto the Most High. I felt like someone needs to offer up something too. There needs to be some form of offering going on to your ancestors, to your guides. Some honoring needs to happen. It says, and the children of Israel inquired of the Lord, okay, for the ark of the covenant in those days, okay. It says, and the Venetians, or Venihans, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, stood before it in those days, okay, saying, shall I yet again go out to battle against the children of Benjamin, my brother, and shall I cease? And the Lord said, go up, for tomorrow I will deliver them in thy hand. Right? Okay. I looked at that as brothers fighting. Okay, this was talking about in the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, it was talking about two people fighting about what was acceptable for the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Either how you look, how you present yourself, your devotion, but then not treating, not expressing that same type of love and devotion outward to other people, and then feeling as if you that was important too, feeling as if you are leveled or one, or like that the Most High is on your level, and he's not. He doesn't think like mere man on that sense. You are of the Most High. You are a source. Your source is him. Okay. But the one true source, the ultimate source of all, okay, is him. Okay. So it's like understanding that. Some get too pig-headed or think that I am God. Okay. You are God. You are. I do feel that. You know what I'm saying? We all are God. You are. He's giving you the same powers and the same creative tools. You know what I'm saying? On this realm, you are God. But you do come from, you are God having a human experience in your certain type of way and difference. Okay? But you have to understand that you still have a higher self above you, that the things that you may think are mere man, that you may not have the full 100, the full understanding to delegate your life properly, or to see past 10, 20 years from now. You know what I'm saying? When your higher self does, or your higher God, your true self, the following of you. You know what I'm saying? The Most High, which is really higher self. If that makes sense. I hope I don't lose you there. Okay. So I feel like this is clashing between the two of how to worship the Most High, forgetting that unity comes first, that you need your spirit. Okay. Your heart with the Most High here. And then on verse 21, Yeah. They found, okay, so verse 21, or chapter 21, verse 14. And Benjamin came again at that time, and they gave them wives which they had saved alive of the women of Jabesh Gilead, and yet so they suffered them not. And the people repented them for Benjamin, because that the Lord had made a breach in the tribes of Israel. Okay, then the elders of the congregation said, how shall we do for wives for them that remain, seeing the women are destroyed out of Benjamin? And they said, thus must be an inheritance for them that be escaped of Benjamin, that a tribe be not destroyed out of Israel. Howbeit we may not give them wives of our daughters, for the children of Israel have sworn, saying, cursed be that giveth a wife to Benjamin. But they said, behold, there is a feet of the Lord of Shiloh, and it just said that, like, we could go on and on, but it just basically saying that they were given wives that were not of the Israelites, but given to build them back up. Okay, so I look at that as a peace offering, fighting and then trying to make amends, not trying to one over each other, because what's giving here. So I feel like this could have a lot to do with our reading as of today. Okay. All right. So let's get into it, because it looks like all about devotion and love. Okay. This does not have to be a religious stance, but it could be moving into an abundance. Okay. I feel like the Most High wants you to move into abundance. Some of you need to wake up. Okay, there needs to be some form of offering. I'm also getting like somebody who has walked away from the church, walked away from the teachings of the church, walked away from Christianity. They've walked away from things, and they're finding themselves. They're elevating themselves. They've walked away from the religious standpoint of things. That's okay. If that's how you feel, you need to do for yourself, that's fine. But understand, this is the base. That is your base of knowledge. Okay, the basics of knowledge was that. So do not chastise where you started. Also, I'm getting like people are walking away, yes, but you are forgetting to connect with the Most High. Some of you have walked away but have never really sat down and talked to God after that. You have not connected. Okay. So maybe you need help. Maybe you need to go back to the church if that's what helps you connect. But understand that that's not the full 100. That's not the full answer. But that there could be people in the midst of those that can help you with connecting to the Most High if necessary. It's okay. If you walked away from the church, it's okay. Just don't walk away from God, though. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Maybe walk away from the idea of what you had, what God was. The idea of what you had, what true community and true church was. Walk away from that, understood. But do not put everything in one mix and not understand. End of cycle shows up again. Yeah, somebody is walking away from something, but then you're throwing everything. It's like you're throwing everything out. Everything. Like... and not taking anything with you. Okay, flow comes out in reverse. Not allowing something to end. Yeah, because somebody's not growing from what has happened, or what's happening to them. Okay, I think they could not be growing because of how they feel. Yeah, let loose here in reverse. Flow in reverse. End of cycle. Somebody's having a hard time with flowing with the Most High here. They have a hard time. Their concept of what they believe is true. Very rigid mindset here. And this is over with. Okay? Step into your light. A lot of people like it's over with. Whatever. Oh, I'm seeing a bunch of clowns. Okay? Buffoon, I heard. Buffoon. All this buffoonery is going to stop. It's done. There's no more ebb and flow in this process. All right, make a wish has showed up. Make a wish. It's like, your wish, it's your heart's desires at the end of the day. It's your heart's desires at the end of this is why make a wish is here. You the one who manifests your truth right here. So let loose, yes. But with this let loose and flow being, I feel like a very rigid mind. Rigid mind. So if you have, a negative mindset, you're just going to manifest negativity. More negativity. Step back wanted to come out. Yeah, it sure did. Step back. I'm feeling, with the step back card, I get like somebody wanting to go. Wanting to go. Where are you going? Where are you going? Please let me know. Like, it's like they're walking away from something they're supposed to handle. You're walking away from something, or just like not wanting to deal with something. Like, no. We're not going to do it like that. This and this and that. Just rigid, very closed-minded, rigid mindsets here. Not letting something die, okay? Will not evolve. That's too much. I'm going to go ahead and get some of these advice cards too. Not yet. Let me throw the tarot out first. Yeah, let's clarify this end of the cycle, because it's just, I feel like it's something is changing, and this is a collective. This is a like a worldwide thing, and some people in their old ways. The ways of finessing is over. Like, these ways are not good ways anyways. Like, it's now being exposed for what it truly is. This is for some. This is specific. Okay, not for everybody. So let's figure out what is the end of the cycle for some. This is for all, but let's see. 32, 43. Okay. What is this end of cycle here? Okay. Yeah. Two of Cups and Empress comes out as far as with the end of cycle, which I really do like. Okay. I really do like that. It's the end of a chapter and the beginning of a new. So that's just, to me, that's what that means. Something is finally coming to an end. Some storm is finally just is finishing. And this is going to bring in a union here. Yeah, unity and truth and justice and magic and possibility. Oh, I love this shit. Oh, I love this shit. Mamba. This is so deep. Like, I get the King of Coins here, already showing like a strong stability, something coming in, stable life, truth. The Justice card showing up, Queen of Wands here, also showing the Queen of Swords showing up. Showing me, magic, mastery, manifestations, but also like captive, passion, receiving, a lot of receiving here. Receiving even like attention on something. Captivating, and then also something to do with words, something to do with speech. Okay, and then the Lover's right there too. So I'm still getting what a union, soul tribe energy, soul tribe energy. of coming together as one, or you forming yourself. This is the beginning. Okay, so this storm is over. The storm is over. The storm is over now. Four of Cups in reverse here too. Okay, showing me focusing on the truth. Ace of Swords, focusing on the truth of yourself. Okay, after that, the Hermit card. You could be a Virgo, don't have to be, but Hermit card is giving me self-assessment, diving deep. Okay, finding yourself, devoted. Okay, devotion, finding yourself, being devoted to your higher self, to your highest timeline, being devoted to your growth, ascension here. This is what's happening right now. But why is this flow in reverse? Why? What's going on here? This flow in reverse, it offers you to, it's like this flow in reverse is supposed to, it's in reverse because you're supposed to invest in yourself. There's supposed to be some form of investment energy, something that you have to do, show effort of this new. It could be you quit smoking. It could be something simple like that. It could be some of you guys working on reading, studying, or writing something important that has something to do with your new stage, inquiring into something here. But the action happening, or even letting go of individuals here. Letting go of this mindset of thinking you need something when you don't. Let go of the things that did not work, the mishaps, the people that have used you, betrayed you. Okay? I think that it's you guys need to let go of that. You guys can be comfortable with a toxic type of mindset or lifestyle here. Like letting go. Sometimes you may have to let go of individuals that really aren't for you. Yeah, drop the ball, Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay. And then we got the Two of Wands here in reverse. And this kind of landed on the Make-A-Wish here. So I feel like you're not making that wish. You're not actually implementing or manifesting here. So that something is coming and building, but you got to start moving with it. Move with that momentum. Reverse is giving me like things that did not work out in the past. It's over with. Like that's over with. Yeah. Okay, tell me more about this let loose. Okay. Six of Wands, all right, up in reverse. I feel like lack of acknowledgement into something. That's why you have to step back and start reevaluating yourself here with the Nine of Coins in reverse and the Five of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Or maybe even fighting yourself at the things that you really passionately want. Too much energy towards what doesn't work out for you. Too much energy towards what is an argument or what is not working. Like excess amount of energy and time and money towards fighting, defending, and not enough energy towards creating. It's like you're fighting too much energy towards fighting what you're trying to create and not enough energy towards what you're trying to create. If you understand, if you get what I'm saying. Clarify, step back for a second. Something did drop now. Okay, I know I wasn't tripping. All right, Seven of Coins in reverse with the upright. Okay. 39. What is that? 39 on the timer. It's 39:40, but I missed it. Or 42. Death card at the back of the deck. Scorpio energy. Not letting go of something. But here, with the step back card and the Seven of Coins in reverse with the Page of Coins, showing me you're supposed to step back. What does not work? What has not been successful? What has been giving you more resistance than flow. Okay? And remove that. You're not acknowledging things around you could be affecting your mental state, affecting your energy state of not wanting to do something, feeling lazy or feeling unmotivated, feeling depressed or down of some sort. That couldn't even be your energy. But it's like acknowledging that. It's time for you to acknowledge what does not work and start implementing a form of change. Okay? Make a wish. Clarify, make a wish with the Two of Wands in reverse. Hermit card here. Okay? Hermit card, the World card came out, Three of Swords. It's a lot, so I don't usually take all of the top, but Hermit card, the World card came out. Earth sign energy, okay. Yeah, Earth sign energy, Three of Swords showing as well. Queen of Coins, King of Swords, and we got the Nine of Wands. Okay. It's like, the Most High is like, heal yourself. You're in charge. What wish is about. You're in charge. You don't need no genie. You are the genie. You are the genie. You don't need to rub no lamps. You are the genie. Tap in with this Hermit card here. Tapping into yourself. The World card is like completing and compartmentalizing things that have happened already. That's what I'm getting, that like the world, a full circle, something full circle, something coming out of season and into another. All right. And I feel like full circling around all the things that have not went well, that you need to resolve traumas and things like that. And I get with the Queen of Coins and healing energy, that mastering that healing and making you now be able to dictate and move forward in the steps that you can with trusting in your steps here. Yeah, you getting to that starts with the first step of healing. See, Judgment card. Okay, starts with that awakening, with that healing, that I need to do this. I need to do that in order for that to work. I can't just assume that me praying or me just saying, Father God, Ray Tay Tay, is enough. It's not ever going to be enough of you just saying, Father God, Ray Tay Tay, please, 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 and then continue with this mindset of things not going to work out. Continue with not implementing this change. You're supposed to move around and implement as if it's already done. Okay? As if it's already done. This is the true proof in the pudding. Okay? And I feel like some of you have the doubt that could it even be happen? Could it even be possible? Type of a doubt, and that's not good. This is why this Two of Wands is in reverse, because you are not planning for something that you really don't think. It's coming from a childhood mentality, okay? This is coming from something you learned in your childhood, in your family, in your home, with your parents, of how you see who's really in charge of your life and how you see what type of control you have. Your life is what I'm getting here. All right. Some of you were taught to be strong during your healing, okay? And to release certain type of burdens and mindsets. Yes, which is great. All right. This is great, but understand, create. You know that you have the power to create. It's time to create. Anything else from this deck? Because I feel like that was kind of self-explanatory. No. Okay. Now I am going to go to my shaman deck cards. All right. See what type of wisdom wants to be bestowed on the collective. All right. I'm seeing somebody chanting. I don't know if it's a native or indigenous, but it's like someone like chanting with a tongue type of I don't know, like almost like a bird. Almost looks like a bird too. Mohawk. A long mohawk with feathers. I feel like even with, they're all about chanting. So maybe that's something that you need to do, chanting, okay? Maybe some form of vibrations and nature. Like some form of release to releasing certain type of traumas, screaming or something, or singing, okay? What they need to hear. Thank you, Divine Mother, for your wisdom. Shay. We're going to go with these. This one came up is Corn Planting Moon. Gemini is governs this card. Pots and Child governs this card, number 3. Okay. Cornbread Moon. What is it? Cornbread? No, Corn Planting. Corn Planting Moon. And then we also have here Cedar. It's a masculine card. Governed by the masculine energy, north direction of this card, as well as Sun governs this card in the fire element. Okay, a very driven card here, I feel. Number 37 here, which I'm getting leadership, go energy, flow. So we'll see in that. And then we do have Silver, all right, which is a feminine card, all right, and it is governed by air and the causal chakra, okay. 56 governs this card, number 11. Also a feminine number here, okay. So we got 11, 10, or 1, 11, and 3. Even equaling to 6 again, and 1, 1, 1, and 3. Could be significant for this reading, okay? I'm going to go ahead and read what it says in this Shaman Wisdom card deck, so you guys could get the full whatever you can from it. All right, so let's go to corn planting. Just for my Geminis, it don't have to be, but get what you can from this moon time, what it means for you. Okay, corn planting moon. I am corn planting moon. I am a place of beginnings. I am the germination of ideas. The corn made as a symbol of food and substance. Okay, does it say substance? Yeah. Sustenance, sorry, for the people. Honor her. I am germination under my light. You are called to begin anew, to sharpen your communication skills, to get along better with all relations, including siblings. Energy increases during this time. Let your ideas germinate and grow. Let yourself smile at the progress. I like that. I like it. All right, next one. All right, and this was this one right here. Okay, it's called the corn planting moon because of the time of when the moon is, the time of the moon of when, and I believe it's harvest season, May to June. So I guess that's when they plant corn. Okay, so May to June, the Gemini. This is why it's called Gemini, because it's Gemini season of this certain moon. So we'll do 37 next. All right, we got, and it's the cedar, okay? The cedar, which I believe is good for burning too, but let's get into it and find out. I am cedar, okay? I am the sacred tree of the mountains and deserts. Burn my bark, needles, and wood, and offer my healing and purifying smoke, which cleanses and removes negativity. Protection is found within my shadows. I am abundant and prosperity on a material plane as money and wealth, and on a spiritual plane as enlightenment. Use my wood to make practical items, as well as spiritual objects such as masks, which help you focus on the spirit and not the person, not on the person. I am the guardian and I am longevity. Venus, okay? Maybe you guys should pick up some cedar, meditate with that, and see if that works with you. All right. See if you want to add it to your incense pile or whatever the case may be. But it sounds good. All right, this is about purification, protection, and to see the spirit of individuals and not the person. To start to see through, use discernment. All right, I love that. All right, and that is the beginning, to push through like that with discernment. And maybe this may happen in June too. Something may be happening in June where you may need to push through, but that's neither here or there right now. Now let's read the silver. 57, silver element and what it means to the indigenous and to the shamans back then. So let's go on here. 56. Where you at? Okay. The silver, I am silver. I am compassionate. Remember, this is what a feminine card, causal chakra and air, right? Communication as well. All right. I am compassionate. I give times when you feel there is none in sight. Meditate with me and I will nurture, protect, support, stabilize, and balance your nerves. Motivate yourself, stimulate self-improvement, listen to your intuitions, and I will support you in all that you will do. Okay? If you're out of balance, look to your feminine side and be sensitive to all your relations. I am versatile. I am awakening. Understand that to be awakened, you need to be in your feminine energy. That's just no ifs, ands, or buts to be balanced. Okay? Because you have to be in the energy of it. All right? Does not mean you need to act like a female or anything like that. It has nothing to do with female or male or gender. It's about energy. Okay? All right, that was lovely. I really did enjoy that. I hope that you're 2:51:45 on the timer. I thank you guys for even joining, spending time with me, and I will see you guys next time. Okay, I hope this was beneficial. Please like, share, leave a comment of how you felt about this reading, how it resonated with you, and also go ahead and share it to all other platforms. All right, take care, see you later, bye. And also, yeah, if you want to book a reading, leave a message or an email at greatgoodenterprises@mail.com, and then we'll catch up right over there. All right, take care, adios, bye.